It's time for another Devo tip on Ezekiel Unfiltered, chapters 38 and 39. These two chapters present one of the most challenging prophecies in the entire Bible. It has stirred a bewildering number of odd interpretations. Do you want to enter the fray with me? Ezekiel's prophecy focuses on a cryptic character named Gog of the land of Magog. Mahu? Magoo? Who is this mysterious Gog of Magog? Augustine thought Gog was the Goths. Luther thought Gog was the Turks. Today, some people think Russia is Gog. So who is Gog? I think Ezekiel 38:17 holds the key. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Are you, meaning Gog, are you not the one I spoke of in former days by my servants, the prophets of Israel? At that time they prophesied for years that I would bring you against them. So the prophets have been prophesying about this Gog guy? Well, the problem is that there's no direct prophecy about Gog mentioned in the whole Old Testament outside of this passage. The name Gog appears only one other time, but it's in a genealogy, not in a prophecy. The prophets do, however, repeatedly warn about the enemy from the north, the enemy from the north. According to the Theological Word Book of the Old Testament, the north becomes a harbinger of evil. In various mythologies, it is the seat of demons, the place for the meeting of the assembly of the so-called gods. In other words, the north is code for the seat of demons, a spiritual war room of sorts with a devil of a ringleader. Isaiah confirms this. I will sit on the mount of the assembly in the far reaches of the north, touts the ruler of darkness. I will make myself like the Most High. Notice that. An assembly in the north. The north, then, is Satan's situation room, where evil schemes are devised. The mysterious Gog of Magog refers not to Satan, but to an evil alliance of demonic hordes and many people. In Ezekiel 38:9, this is what God says. You, Gog, will be like a cloud covering the land, you and all your hordes, and many peoples with you. This unholy coalition will attack God's people, living securely in their land, at peace with their neighbors, without walls or gates. Thankfully, the Apostle John clarifies Ezekiel's Gog prophecy. He saw Satan being released from prison and deceiving the nations in Revelation 20. What does Satan want to deceive the nations into doing? He wants to deceive them into organizing a global campaign to wipe out God's people from the face of the earth. It's called Armageddon. Satan's final climactic assault requires boots on the ground. That is, he needs the nations that are from the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them for battle. Revelation 20, verse 8, really is a clear verse for us. The devil simply hoodwinks the Gog nations to embrace his foolish war plan. But fire came down from heaven and consumed them all. That's Revelation 20, verses 9 and 10. The dark alliance will be totally decimated by the power of Christ. It's finally game over. The north is toast. God says, I will vindicate my holiness. I will show my greatness and my holiness. and then they will know that I am the Lord. Justice will prevail. The Good Shepherd King will complete what he started and ultimately eradicate evil from the earth.